Live in.
Where are we looking? Which camera are we
You'll be here. I'll cue you.
All right, so we are live from Charlotte. I'm here with Dale Earnhard Jr., and he's teaching me about NASCAR. And the reason why we're here is I've been going around on our year of travel and going around to each of the different states in the country and trying to learn more about community. And NASCAR and driving in sports in general are form the basis of a lot of communities. You think about not only the community of drivers and the families around them, but NASCAR is probably it's the biggest sport in the country that I think people go to and attend live. So there's a lot of folks who are out there. I have this big belief as part of Facebook and what we're doing with trying to help people build community that we all need to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. And certainly all the fans. I think you have 3 million fans on Facebook who follow Dale Jr. And for them, I mean, NASCAR is a huge part of their identity, and a lot of people pin their hopes on you going out and winning.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how you think about not necessarily the driving part, although we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
And that'll be either fun or terrifying, depending on how it goes. But I'm curious how you think about community and building community and what you do means to so many millions of people out there.
Well, I always compare. I kind of compare what the fans go through with what I go through being a fan of pro teams like the Washington Redskins. If they win or lose, it makes or breaks my week.
Uh-huh.
So I sort of live. I live along with our own fan base in our successes and failures, and understand when we don't have a great week, they got to go to work on Monday and hear it from their buddies. And we talk about that. We interact with that on social media and discuss how that, how they're always they're very supportive. When you have a bad race, they're the first people that kind of help you get back up.
Well, you have good fans then.
We do. We have great fans, and but the community in NASCAR is really tight knit. It's very strong. You see a lot of the same fans at the same racetracks. You see regular fans that visit many races throughout the season. Within the organization or the sport itself, we have the same team, road guys that follow us or go with us every week. So we're like a family. Me as a driver, them as the mechanics and the crew chief, we're all kind of one unit. And all the NASCAR employees, officials, and everybody, that's the same people. The media that covers our sport are the same folks you see every single week. So it's like one big circus that goes from town to town to town.
Yeah.
And we all work in it together, and we all understand how we have to kind of put the sport in front of us, in front of ourselves individually, and the health of the sport is what's paramount. So the fans are the beginning of that, because if the fans don't come out and watch us race, there's no race. Mm-hmm. So we try to cater and tend to the fan as much as we can and make the experience for them as worthwhile as possible, so that they're going to come back next year or maybe go to more races.
So talk about the community of drivers and the family around that as well, right? Because a lot of these institutions like NASCAR, sports in general, things like religion or other service organizations, there are lots of different communities all at once, right? It's not just the community of fans, but you have a lot of folks who are out there who you've been doing this with for a while, who are part of the crew team. Before coming out here, I got a chance to stop by the Hendrick folks, and I mean the work that they're doing is really impressive. That's a whole different live for a different day. But this forms the purpose and the meaning for so many people's lives, and I'm curious to hear you talk a little bit about that.
Sure. The drivers we have a dedicated motorhome lot at every racetrack, and all the drivers basically stay in this lot together. So I'm next door the entire weekend with another driver on one side and another driver on the other, and we all that actually forms a lot of bonding and trust and camaraderie. A lot of drivers work out together to stay fit, have a lot of the same interest and travel together. For example, just this week, Matt Kenseth and Jimmy Johnson are in Colorado together skiing. So the drivers sort of interact away from the racetrack together, all because I think we have to kind of live together in such a close circle. And so we're all kind of in tune with what each other's up to and what each other's doing, who just got married, who's having kids, and everybody's kind of a part of each other's lives. And it used to not be that way. It used to be very, kind of segregated, guy over here, guy over there, somebody staying at this hotel, somebody staying at that hotel. But now that we're all kind of staying at the racetrack in these motorhomes, all the drivers, all the crew chiefs, all the owners are in this one lot together. If you have a problem with somebody, they're right next door. If you want to have dinner with somebody, they're right next door. So it's brought a lot of kind of a family atmosphere to the sport.
Yeah, and a lot of the drivers and teams are based here in Charlotte. Is that right?
It is.
So that's probably different from a lot of other sports where it's spread all around the country, or in some cases all around the world.
Right.
And you have this community, which is a huge sporting community that is really centralized here in Charlotte and the area around that, which is interesting, even though there are courses all around, including Sonoma, right by near where I live in California.
Yeah, there's a lot of racetracks all over the country, but 95 or 90% of the teams are actually located here in Charlotte, and a lot of them are in parks, industrial parks together. There'll be a team shop right next to another team shop, and so what's great about that though is that the community, all the employees, all the mechanics, the crew chiefs, those guys, they all live here. We all sort of work with the same workforce, and people are integrated and moved around within different teams, having opportunities to get promoted and move up the ladder in promotion, and it's all happening here. You don't have to uproot and move to another state to get a job opportunity. It's right here in this one town. So there's a couple teams that aren't in Charlotte, but 90% of them are here. The franchises being all in one town actually has some good benefits.
Yeah. All right, and I could ask you a lot more questions, but at this point I'd probably just be stalling. I'm not wearing this for fun.
Right.
He has promised that he's going to take me out for a few laps, which I have to admit I'm a little terrified about. But let's do it. You've promised me that you're going to keep me safe out here, and that you're just going to help me feel the grip of the tires as we go around the corner. So let's go do this.
Let's go.
All right, this will be fun.
You're going to hop in the passenger seat. I'll get in the driver's seat.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. Right there.
Volume's right here.
Yeah. Wait a second. Hold on. Yeah, you can do that one now. And do this one on the side here.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Please do.
No, you do it.
Maybe it's on.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah, tighten it while you feel it.
How?
Yeah, you're good. All right, now what I want you to do is grab this one.
I don't think it's that tight.
You'll go. You'll feel it.
Okay.
Pull this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So going.
Yeah. I mean that's fairly tight.
It's good, dude. Now
We're tight.
You feel pretty tight in there, right?
Yeah, no, I feel. Yeah, we're
Pretty good.
tight. Yeah.
That's what I want you to do now. Put these in.
All right. Same as before, Mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you do, after that, I'm gonna get you to lean up. I'm gonna put this over your neck.
Oh. Neck brace.
Yeah. Slide that one around.
All right. Helmet.
Yep.
All right.
Try not to refocus. Slide that on.
Okay. I think we're still in on both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah. One, two, three. All right, so Dale Jr., I see your tachometer over there has a limit of 8,600 RPMs, but when I was in Hendrick earlier, they were testing them up to, what, 9,500?
Yes. So this motor's probably detuned just slightly,
Okay.
so it won't quite reach those high RPMs. We won't need to.
Yeah, good. All right, I guess I should keep this visor up. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. All right, that should be good. All right.
what is this? All right.
Are you ready?
I don't know if mine go down.
Nah, yours doesn't.
All right.
You want some sunglasses or anything?
No, let's do it.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna start slow and ease our way into it here.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Let's just go out for a little stroll. All right. Holy shit. All right, we're a little close to the wall. All right, I can't actually hear anything that I'm saying. But all right, this is tough for me to really do this live since I can't actually hear anything. But whoa. What a crazy experience.
We're doing all right.
This is amazing. You can really feel the grip. It almost feels like you're drifting a little bit around those edges, but I don't think that's quite right. Ooh. All right, so if this is all we get to do in Charlotte, that will be enough. What an amazing experience.
I couldn't hardly hear you during the run.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear you at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear myself.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I think there would probably be millions of people who would die to do what I just did.
Well, it certainly is a lot of fun. We were very much in control there. The car has a lot of...
So would you say we were going slow?
Well, not really. We're actually going pretty good, but obviously this car's not race ready, but we definitely got up to good speed there. A lot of fun. Man, that was fun.
That was good. All right, so, all right, we are in here pretty tight, so I'm gonna need a little help to get out of here. So when I'm going, the car will not be going so fast that I can't hear you. So we'll get to maybe chat a little bit more on my run.
All right.
You want to keep it on, and you're going to go to that other car.
Should I? All right, let's do that.
We're going to unplug you though.
All right, good.
Can you get out there?
Let's see.
There you go. You're good. You want to unplug that one? All right. You got that one unplugged?
Getting out here.
You're good.
That was pretty fun. All right, let's see.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Ooh. All right. That was pretty crazy. All right. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right.
Am I going?
All right. So now we're gonna give this a spin. All right, you gonna get in there with me?
If you want me to.
I mean, you might as well.
You
Oh, you think you want me to do it on my own?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll try this out.
Okay. I'll go if you want me to.
All right. Well, I got Dale in my earpiece.
Yep,
so.
he's going to guide you.
All right. Actually, you know what? You should probably jump in. Just
Okay.
To, I mean, I can use as much help as I can get here.
You want to get him in then?
All right.
I'll get y'all hooked up as soon as I get their wires.
All right. How are folks on the live doing? People enjoying this? What's up?
I'm enjoying it. I'm live.
That was a ride.
That was insane. You could really feel the grip on the back tires.
Oh, yeah.
It almost, like I couldn't, it almost felt like it was gonna like skid out or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it was well within its range of what it can.
These are things in control. But it shows you what the thing can do. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying, hold that constant throttle and trust the car because you see now what it's capable of. For sure.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be fine. Just like I said, stay off the apron, that white line.
All right.
All right, Mark, I'm online. You online?
I am online. All right, so you're gonna coach me through this?
Well, I kind of showed you the line. You kind of down the front, down the front straightaway, just nice and broad, good smooth arc all the way down the front straightaway.
All right.
And then on the back straightaway, you get out against that fence, not close as you're comfortable with, but
I think probably a little further away than you were.
okay. Fair
You
enough.
got pretty close there.
I know. I was doing that on purpose. I probably should have. We probably wouldn't race that close.
Oh, really?
Maybe a foot off of it.
But you were going so slowly that it was obvious that you could control it.
Yeah.
So when we were going around the curve, one of the things that I felt was it felt like there was a lot of force on I don't know if they were the back tires or the side tires or what,
Yeah.
but it felt like it was about to kind of drift out at any moment. But I'm sure, it could have handled a lot more speed. But do you feel that? I mean, how do you know how far it can go when you're driving that you're not just going to lose grip?
Well, there is a little bit of there is some ability to slide the tire in a bit of a controlled manner to where you can get out of shape and kind of save it, and it just kind of comes from trial and error, driving enough race cars and wrecking enough race cars. You eventually learn where the edge is and know not to go over it. I just like anything else, I get out there and I work my way up to it and work my way up. You get a little braver each lap, run a little bit harder each lap until you eventually maybe overstep that boundary a little bit, and either you slide the right front or slide the right rear a little bit, and then you just kind of back it off.
But when we were going just now,
Yep.
were you sliding at all or no?
I did not slide any tires during our run.
So what I felt, we can start the engine. I can't reach it. All right. All right. So there was no slip at all.
No
in
slip.
what we were just doing. All right.
Nope.
So let's
We averaged about 175 miles
get
an
this guy
hour.
into first. Of course, on live you're gonna stall out the car. All right.
There you go.
All right.
All right, man. Just
All right.
cruise.
So I'll just get it into fourth gear here pretty quickly.
Out of the pits, you could go on up on the bank if you want to, instead of waiting around for turn 2.
All right.
You can go ahead and cruise up there. You saw how I eased up there.
Let's see. Let's see.
There you go. And drive on out to the track here.
All right.
All right.
So let's. All right. I think my earpiece isn't in quite as far, so
All right.
I'm gonna need you to talk a little louder so I can hear you.
No problem. How's this?
All right. All right. So we're gonna open up here on the opening.
Looks pretty good.
I'm at 5,000 RPMs, where you would have probably been closer to 8,000.
Yeah, we ran 8,000, 8,500.
All right. All right, so yeah, so we're just out here hanging out. I mean, after driving with you, I definitely don't feel like we're pushing it that far here.
Well, get a little more aggressive. Maybe.
Oh.
Was that your rev
Sorry,
limiter?
I think I just hit some kind of governor on the car.
Yeah, you hit the rev limiter. That's pretty good, though.
I don't think it wants me going faster than 5,000 RPMs.
Yeah. I'd get up to the rev limiter and just hang right there, right underneath it.
All right. All right. I get a little closer to this yellow wall here.
Yeah, close as you can get.
All right. So how close to this white line am I supposed to get?
Well, the teacher's not going to want you to get right on it, but we kind of run right on the white line in the corners. You saw the last lap that I actually ran the middle groove. That is also an option to run in the middle of the.
What's up?
It's also an option to run the middle groove in the track, like to just center the car right in the center of the racetrack.
All right, try to stay a little off the line this time. All right. One more lap? What do you say?
I'd say so.
Oh. All right.
I think you can probably run as many laps as you want, Mark.
All right, well, as fun as this is, I am here to learn about community, not to race cars. So let's call this the last one.
All right.
And what an amazing and crazy experience. So thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, buddy. Glad you came out today.
All right, I'll pop out of the pit stop and see you in a minute.
You got it, buddy. We'll see you in a minute.
All right, we're gonna stop now. All right, getting over to the pit. This is fun. I like driving. I understand why so many people love this. You want me to slow down? We're coming in a little hot. All right. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Good point. Good point. Should probably disengage the clutch. All right. Wait, hold on. Is the clutch? All right. All right.
I'm behind you.
All right, Mark, good
That
job.
was fun.
Yeah, looked like you're enjoying it, getting your nerve up a little bit. You actually ran to the limit of the car.
Yeah,
All
no,
you
I
can
felt
do.
that.
That's all you can do.
All right. Let's see.
You actually took the car as fast as it could go.
No.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
lost my earpieces here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That was fun. All right, let's get this off.
Here,
Thanks.
Ooh, thanks, bro.
All right. Thank you.
Enjoyed
All right, that
it,
was
man.
crazy.
Yeah, I've enjoyed today. Hopefully, you got a good idea of what we got going on here. You got a great tour of the shop over here at Motorsports. A couple laps on the
Hendrick
racetrack.
folks were really impressive.
Yeah, they're a great bunch. I'm glad to be. I've been with them for over 8 years, so it's been great.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
this is a small glimpse of what is a really important community and industry in the country, and I really appreciate you taking the time to show me.
I
So-
appreciate you coming out, Mark.
All right, thanks. See you guys soon.